Hi, this is Firestarter, and this is a review of the SH Figuarts Iron Man 2 Iron Man Mark 6. And this is the box. You can see the figure here, all detailed, and you can see some highlights here and markers. And then we have a window over here on top and on the other side. And at the back, your old-fashioned SH Figuarts layout with details and giving you a glimpse of War Machine. Now, I'm not gonna take too long, so let's move over to the review. One of the biggest announcements and the first Marvel character to grace the SH Figuarts line is Iron Man Mark 6, taken from the franchise Iron Man 2 movie. Compared to similar figures on this scale, Mark 6 follows the thrust of the SH Figuarts, which means this figure has all the details that you need to find from a Mark 6, plus that nice and mouth-watering Ferrari red paint application. Accessories include 3 pairs of hands for the flight poses, or repulser blast, but only a pair has pegs to insert the effects in. In Iron Man Mark 6, hand swapping takes a 2-step process. One is to remove the hands, then swap the shield guard on the default wrist to complete the process. 3 pairs of effects are easy to plug in on the figure. The biggest set goes under his feet, the smaller pair with a shorter tail for his flight effects, and the longer version for the flight mode. To make the flight positions more realistic, 4 flaps are included in the mix. 2 of these are for the legs and the rest for his back. At first, it is hard to reach on the crevices on the default panels. A trick is to press one side to slightly lift the plate. Once you get the hang of it, switching parts is easier. With these on, SH Figuarts comes through with additional details such as the pistons and the electronics. And this is the figure, and before everything else, I just want to give you a closer look on the details. Like for example, this chest piece here, quite thick when you put it on the side. And then here are more details at the back. And let me give you a quick tour on the extremities and underneath the foot. And let's go through the articulation points for this figure. We have a head and neck joint. You cannot move really the head from left to right because the shoulder blades are hindering most of the head rotation. So what most of the toy reviewers out there does when it comes to toy photography is to lift the head here and move it to one side to get that knee action pose that Iron Man is really infamous for. So those are one of the cheats. And then let's bring it back here. And then shoulder articulation, we have shoulder pads that go up and down. And then we have a double jointed elbow. And so as the other side, the fist is easy to pull out. You can do this without any effort, just like so. And it's not loose, but you are susceptible to taking that one out without any effort or just by accident, just like what happened here. And unlike other SH Figuarts that has upper torso and waist articulation, there are actually 4 segments that comprises this joint or this area here. So we have an upper torso of a nice range here, and then we have a ab section that goes here, and then we have a lower ab section also here. So it doesn't compromise both aesthetics and posabilities. And then we have a waist articulation. So this means this figure has a good range of motion in this section or in this area. And then we have hip swivels here and there. And it's quite difficult to move the leg from one side. So I suggest to slightly pull this leg down and then raise this one up, because it does hit on this section here on the hips, so you might scratch the paint. So those are one of the warnings. And then we have double jointed knees, quite nice, and then ankle joint, and then we have a toe joint too. So I really feel that most of the parts here are in die cast, and this figure is quite heavy. So those are the key points that you need to know. And additional note is that this flap here goes up and down too. There is a huge saturation of Iron Man figures that has been released by a lot of toy manufacturers ever since the first Iron Man movie. But Bandai didn't think twice in jumping the bandwagon with this offering. Bandai did a splendid job in taking the time to craft their own version before pushing this into the market. Because of this, the execution was almost perfect without compromising both aesthetics and functionality. If Bandai would continue on producing other characters or forms, I'll definitely jump in. The happiest part of this is that this is a non-exclusive figure. And that is my review of the SH Figuarts Iron Man Mark 6. If you want to know the possibilities for this figure, always check out the photos at the end of the video and subscribe to my blog for the full written review. This is Firestarter. Thank you very much for watching and keep it here for more toy reviews.